Hey friends, thank you for coming to hang out today. Happy day 6 of Preptober. Happy Saturday. Happy beautiful fall day, at least where I am. I hope it is where you are as well. And happy, I don't know how else to say it, but you guys, I'm officially published as of today. I have gone from being a writer to being a published author. And I might throw up a bit. Okay, here's the thing. I originally thought we would do a launch party and a reading and have all this cool stuff in the background and do the stuff, and then I remembered who I am, and that's not my jam. That's not what I do. We still can do something fun. Maybe we can read the first chapter together or something and hang out. But I just wanted to take a minute to, well, I guess, take it in. But also I wanted to say thank you to all of you who show up here to watch my videos, and um a lot of you have been so encouraging of anything that I create. I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't gonna do this. Oh my gosh. Imagine how it would be if there was champagne and balloons and cake in the background. It's extra cute. A lot of you have been so encouraging of anything that I have created, and you don't owe me anything, right? There's so many YouTubers, so many people creating and pouring their heart into things every single day, and you don't owe me anything, right? I'm not owed a subscriber. I'm not owed clicks and views and comments. You guys are so supportive, and I appreciate that. I've already been through this with family and friends, and now I really wanted you guys to know. I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate you all, and I appreciate you showing up to hang out with me. I know that I've kind of quickly gone from planner spreads to writing, but really my heart has been in writing my entire life. If you saw the very first video that I ever posted on this channel, which I hope you didn't, but if you did, I started this channel originally talking about how I was going to document my writing process, and then I never did. Part of that was because I landed on a planner squad, and my content kind of got wrapped up in that, which was a lot of fun. And then I was scared to share writing for a long time. But I'm really looking forward to going through Preptober and NaNoWriMo with you guys. I'm looking forward to also cheering for you. I don't know how I feel right now. You guys, it's weird. Let me know if you've experienced this, if you've had a dream of writing a book your entire life and then you did and you're like, now what? Whew. Yeah, so this is so rambly. How long have I been talking? Oh, only 3 minutes. It feels like an eternity. I feel like this is a scene from a Marvel movie where everything is like slowed down and warped and weird. So this story it's a children's story. It's a middle grade story. So for those of you who are here for planner content, if you don't know what that is, it's not a full adult length novel, nor is it a full young adult length novel, and it's not a picture book either. It's like a chapter book, basically. Probably don't have to explain this to you. It's a story that was born in my head when my children were very tiny, and they, God bless them, had the flu, both of them, snot everywhere, coughing, and Mama, we pushed their beds together, and Mama slept on the very uncomfortable wood in between their beds, and we'd gone through every picture book that they had. We'd gone through every book that they had in their room so many times because they were just so miserable. And they came to me with this Reader's Digest version of nursery rhymes. And it was mine when I was a kid. And they asked me to read it to them. And so I did, and they enjoyed it. And then the next night, I asked them what they wanted to hear, and they wanted the rest of the nursery rhyme. They wanted the full story. And of course, that doesn't exist. So at that moment, in the back of my head, I had this thought of like, what would happen if there was a story, a middle grade story of the rest of a nursery rhyme? The post cautionary tale situation for a kid. And that kind of lived in the back of my mind for years. And at the start of summer, I need a tissue. Hang on. Okay, that's better. I'm sorry if you've left by now. I don't blame you at all. I am considering in my head, I'm like, Alana, you're a mess, delete this, but I want you to know how I really feel and how much your support means to me. So snot and all, this is going up. I think I've said snot like 4 times now. Anyway, that lived in the back of my head for a long time, and I tried writing many different things. I love young adult stories. I love reading young adult stories. I love sci-fi and fantasy, but this little nugget lived in the back of my head for many years. And earlier this year, at the end of spring, at the start of summer, my kiddos were talking to me about their summer reading plans, which were huge, of course, as they are. And we got on this topic about how books are super important to some people. Some people don't care to read. Why maybe some people don't care to read, or why maybe books are just stories to some people, and why books are best friends to other people. And I talked to my kids about how books were my best friend when I was a kid, and how the first time I got a Goosebumps book, you can tell how old I am, and it was the very first one that ever came out. So I always had a love of books, picture books, any kind of book, but it wasn't until I was 8 years old and I ordered Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask from Scholastics, and I got it in my hands. And I remember it kind of dawning on me then that someone actually created this. Up until that point, books were maybe just a product to me that were just put out. We lived on an island, a very small town, so we didn't have like the author school visits or talking about or to author and illustrators and things like that. We had none of that. So up until I was 8 years old, I just didn't stop to think about where books came from. But when I got that Goosebumps, when I got that R.L. Stine book in my hands, it dawned on me first that somebody actually created this from their imagination. And second of all, that as an author, you have the power to give a child Halloween at any point in the year. And to me, that was my dream. At that moment, I thought I could tell a story like this. I am not comparing myself to R.L. Stine, the master. Don't even think that that's what we're doing right here. I just thought I could tell a spooky story that a child could read, and I could give them Halloween at any point in the year if they pick up my book. And that was all that I wanted as an author. And I strayed away from that, of course, as we do when we're growing up, aging, experiencing life. I pulled away from that. And so I told my kiddos a story about wanting to become an author for that reason, for creating a story that a kid could enjoy and creating Halloween at any point in the calendar year. And my oldest son said to me, "But Mom, you're not writing a book for kids." And because I was working on a scary sci-fi fantasy young adult novel at the time, which I am still working on. And when he said that, it was something went off in my head so fast that we were in the middle of homeschool having this discussion, and I immediately went to my laptop and wrote chapter 1 of this little story that is now out in the world. And yeah, it's not perfect. Um, and but it's mine. And I've already read it to my kiddos. I still read to them at night before bed. They're older now. We still read together every single day. I've been reading to them since they were born. I already read it to them and they loved it. And I'm really excited to share it with all of you. Now, it is a children's book, so I understand that that is not the demographic of people watching my videos. So if you don't want to read it, no pressure, no obligation whatsoever. But I do want you to know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys supporting my creativity. And I know that there's, like I said, there's so many people that deserve support and earn support and work so hard on their creativity. I mean, I worked hard on my creativity as well. I worked really hard on this, blood, sweat, and tears. But the fact that you choose to hang out with me means a lot, and I'm sorry if I don't say it enough. But when I start my videos and say, thanks guys for coming to hang out with me, I really mean it, because there are so many choices nowadays, right? So I appreciate you hanging out, and I appreciate you just supporting anything. The thumbs up button is enough for me. You don't have to read it. You don't have to sit through my videos. So yeah, that's where that is. Oh my gosh, I hope this makes sense. It probably doesn't. Imagine how my husband feels right now. He has been putting up with this for months, getting me through this. As you might imagine, if you've watched any of my planner spreads, I am very critical on myself, and I am fully aware that this book is not perfect. It has its flaws. But it has heart and spirit, and it has some kiddos in it and some characters in it that I really love. And I'm looking forward to expanding their world and expanding their adventures and sharing it with my kiddos and all of you. So I will leave a link down in the description if you want to check it out. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow's video will be normal. I promise. We're going to get back into the Preptober stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate you. And if you are on a journey to finishing a novel and being published, you guys, so that R.L. Stine book that I got, it was 30 years ago last month. I turned 38 on Wednesday. Don't look at my wrinkles. I turned 38 on Wednesday, so it's exactly 30 years in the making. And I feel like it was always leading to right here. Don't give up. Don't give up. This is not cute. Oh my God, Alana. Don't give up. I don't care if it's 30 years in the making. I don't care if it's 50 years in the making. I don't care if it's 4 years in the making. I don't care if you just decided 4 minutes ago, you know what? I like books and I'm going to write one too. Yes, do it. Don't give up. Keep going. Hang out for Preptober. All my videos aren't like this, I promise. And NaNoWriMo is going to be lots of fun. I'm going to have daily videos. I'm going to be writing book 2, and I'm going to be working on another writing project that is going to be published as well. Lots of, oh my gosh, lots of writing content, and less snot and less saying snot. All right, you guys, I will have a link in the description if you want to check out the book, but that is all for this one. I will see you tomorrow. Tell your dog I said hi. Bye, guys.